At 65, your time and energy are more precious than ever. But did you know that the people you spend it with could be secretly draining your emotional well-being? Imagine leaving someone's house feeling exhausted, defeated, or even questioning your happiness. Yet you didn't realize the toll it took until it was too late. The truth is some relationships, no matter how innocent they may seem, could be quietly sabotaging your peace of mind. In this article, we'll uncover 4 types of people whose company you should avoid after 65 and offer simple solutions to help you protect your emotional health. It's time to take control of your golden years, starting with who you allow into your life. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. The chronic complainer. After turning 65, one of the most important things to focus on is preserving your emotional well-being, which means carefully considering the people you allow into your life. Among the most damaging types of individuals to avoid are chronic complainers. These are the people who, no matter how good things are, can never seem to have a positive outlook. They might be surrounded by beauty, good news, or pleasant circumstances, yet they'll always find something to gripe about. Whether it's a minor inconvenience like traffic or something more serious, they'll turn even the most joyful experiences into moments of dissatisfaction. From small daily annoyances to larger life struggles, their complaints are endless, and they tend to focus only on what's wrong rather than what's right. The danger of spending too much time with chronic complainers lies in the contagious nature of negativity. It's easy to think that you can be a supportive, positive friend, but the reality is that constant exposure to someone's negativity can wear you down. The more time you spend with them, the more likely you are to absorb their negative energy. Their unhappiness starts to seep into your thoughts and feelings, and before you realize it, you're viewing the world through their lens of frustration, dissatisfaction, and hopelessness. You might begin to question your circumstances, finding yourself more irritated or focused on things that aren't ideal in your own life, all because you spent so much time focused on someone else's complaints. You may think you're just being a good listener or offering support, but it's important to understand that chronic complainers don't want solutions to their problems. They often reject any attempts to provide positive alternatives or encouragement. What they seek is sympathy, attention, and the role of the victim. They enjoy the comfort of knowing someone is paying attention to their grievances, and they thrive on emotional energy that comes from being the center of attention in this way. The more you listen, the more entangled you become in their negative mindset. Even if you try to shift the conversation towards something more optimistic, they'll always find a way to steer it back to their issues. It becomes a cycle that's hard to break. Have you ever left a conversation with someone and felt emotionally drained or even downcast? That sense of exhaustion is a classic sign that you've been in the company of a chronic complainer for too long. Their negativity has a way of depleting your emotional reserves, and before you know it, you're left feeling worse than when you started. It's crucial to protect your peace and set clear boundaries in relationships with these individuals. You don't have to cut them out entirely, but it's important to be mindful of how much emotional energy you're willing to invest in these relationships. As you age, especially after 65, your time and energy become more precious. You simply don't have the luxury of wasting time on people or situations that drain you. At this stage in life, it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage your growth, and offer positivity. You need relationships that nourish your soul, not ones that contribute to stress or negativity. Setting boundaries with chronic complainers is a way of respecting your emotional health and ensuring that you have the space to focus on things that truly bring you joy and fulfillment. By choosing to distance yourself from people who consistently bring you down, you are choosing to protect your peace and prioritize your well-being in the years ahead. The manipulative user. Next on the list of people to avoid after 65 is the manipulative user. These individuals are the ones who welcome you into their lives, but only when they need something from you. At first, their request may seem innocent enough, a small favor or help with a minor task. However, as time goes on, you start to notice a pattern. They don't check in on you. They never invite you over just to hang out, and their calls only come when they need something. It becomes clear that their interest in your company is not based on friendship or genuine connection, but rather on what they can get from you. The manipulative user is skilled at disguising their demands, often using flattery or guilt to get them to comply. They might say things like, "You're the only one I can count on," or "I don't know what I'd do without you," subtly planting the idea that you are responsible for their happiness or well-being. This can make you feel obligated to help them, even if it's not something you want to do. You may find yourself running errands, fixing things around your house, or giving up your free time to assist with various tasks. While these tasks might not seem urgent at first, they start to pile up over time, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and drained. The red flag here is that the relationship feels unbalanced. It becomes clear that you are giving while they are constantly taking. What was once a friendly exchange begins to feel more like an obligation, and that's when it's important to reassess the situation. Manipulative users rarely show appreciation for your help, and if you ever try to say no, they make you feel guilty for not being there for them. If you've ever felt pressure to say yes, even when you want to decline, or notice their negative reaction when you couldn't fulfill their requests, it's a sign that this dynamic is unhealthy. At this stage in life, your time becomes more precious, and you deserve to spend it with people who genuinely appreciate you for who you are, not as a resource to be used. Recognizing this manipulative behavior is crucial in protecting yourself from emotional exploitation. After 65, it's even more important to build relationships that are based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. This means seeking connections where both parties give and receive, rather than feeling like you're always the one doing the giving. It's essential to protect your emotional well-being by distancing yourself from relationships that drain you and no longer serve your happiness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The drama magnet. Have you ever found yourself caught up in someone else's never-ending drama? Enter the drama magnet. These individuals seem to live in a constant state of conflict, and chaos follows them wherever they go. They're not just involved in drama, they actively create it. Whether it's a long-standing feud with a neighbor, a persistent family dispute, or a workplace crisis that never seems to resolve, their lives are filled with turmoil. And the worst part is, they expect you to participate in it. Their constant need for drama often spills over into your own life, pulling you into their web of conflict. Visiting a drama magnet's home is never a peaceful or relaxing experience. You might arrive expecting a simple, enjoyable conversation, only to find yourself trapped in an hour-long tirade about how they were wronged or betrayed by someone close to them. But it's not just about venting their frustrations. They want more. They want you to take sides. Whether it's a family member, a friend, or co-worker, they'll try to pull you into their battles and demand that you either agree with them or distance yourself from those they're upset with. If you refuse to take sides or express any neutrality, you may soon find yourself as a target of their anger and resentment, caught up in a conflict that you didn't ask for and don't need. Spending time with a drama magnet is emotionally draining. You leave their presence feeling exhausted, unsettled, and sometimes even angry. Their constant stress and negativity can seep into your mindset, creating emotional turmoil that affects your relationships with others. You may find yourself feeling tense or upset for no apparent reason, simply because you've been exposed to their drama. Over time, this type of relationship can become toxic, leaving you feeling depleted rather than uplifted. After 65, you've earned the right to peace and stability in your life. Your time and energy are precious, and you no longer need to waste them on people whose lives are a never-ending battlefield. If someone's constant drama is consuming your emotional space, it's okay to step back and reevaluate whether this relationship is worth your time. You don't have to participate in other people's conflicts, especially when they drain your happiness and well-being. If you notice that someone's home or presence consistently feels like a source of stress or turmoil, take a moment to consider whether it's truly worth maintaining that connection. Surround yourself with those who offer peace, understanding, and positive energy, not chaos. The negative nostalgic. The final type of person to avoid after 65 is the negative nostalgic. This individual is someone who constantly lives in the past, not in a way that reflects fond memories or valuable life lessons, but in a way that traps them in bitterness, regret, and resentment. Every conversation seems to circle back to what went wrong, who let them down, or how life has been unfair to them. They may recount the same stories over and over, replaying past disappointments, lost opportunities, and old wounds as if they've never been able to move on from them. At first, it may seem like harmless reminiscing, Everyone enjoys reflecting on the past from time to time, remembering the good times and important milestones. But with a negative nostalgia, it's never just about recalling cherished memories. They are stuck in the past, using it as a source of constant pain rather than growth. Instead of focusing on the positive aspects of their life, they focus solely on what they've lost, the people who have let them down, or the opportunities that have slipped away. It can feel like they are living in a world where the past is constantly revisited, and they are unable or unwilling to find peace with it. No matter how much good might be in their life today, their conversations always revert to old family conflicts, betrayals, or regrets about what could have been. They may bring up old grievances with people they no longer even see, or lament how certain dreams never came to fruition. It often feels as if their past has become their identity, and it's almost impossible to engage with them without hearing about the hurts and disappointments of years gone by. Their emotional landscape is dominated by a sense of loss and a desire for things that have turned out differently, which can make anyone around them feel like they're walking through an emotional minefield. Spending time with someone who constantly dwells on the past can have a subtle but significant effect on your emotional state. You might find yourself starting to look at your own life through their eyes, beginning to see your own mistakes, missed opportunities, and regrets as the defining moment of your life. The more you listen to their fixation on the past, the more you might start to fixate on what you wish had happened in your own life, or on things you can no longer change. Instead of focusing on the present and future, you may become caught up in your sense of loss or failure. Their endless revisiting of old hurts can infect your mindset, shifting your thoughts from gratitude for the present to bitterness about what's been lost. After 65, you've earned the right to be surrounded by people who encourage you to appreciate the present and look forward to the future. Life at this stage is about savoring the moments you have left, embracing new experiences, and making the most of the time ahead. While reflecting on the past can be natural and even therapeutic, it's crucial to find balance. Too much focus on past wounds and regrets can prevent you from living fully in the moment and moving forward. The negative nostalgic refusal to let go of the past can limit your ability to engage in the present and build the future you deserve. It's important to protect your emotional well-being by choosing to surround yourself with people who inspire you to live in the present, to focus on what's still possible, and to embrace the future with optimism and hope. Relationships that are anchored in the past can hold you back, leaving you stuck in a cycle of regret and what-ifs. If you find that someone in your life is consistently pulling you into negative reflections about the past, it may be time to reassess whether this relationship is serving you or hindering your growth. Choose connections with those who encourage you to embrace the possibilities of the present and the future, and let go of those whose lives are overshadowed by the burdens of yesterday. Life after 65 is a time for reinvention, discovery, and joy. Don't let anyone keep you trapped in the past. As we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on the types of people we've talked about and the impact they can have on our lives, especially as we age. We've learned about the chronic complainer, the manipulative user, the drama magnet, and the negative nostalgic. People whose behavior can drain our energy, affect our peace, and prevent us from living our best lives after 65. It's important to recognize these patterns and protect our emotional well-being by setting healthy boundaries and nurturing relationships that bring us joy and positivity. So, what have you learned so far? What resonates with you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below with one thing you've learned today that you plan to bring into practice in your own life. Whether it's setting boundaries with a chronic complainer, protecting your peace from a drama magnet, or simply avoiding negative nostalgia, your insights could inspire others. And if you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.